democracy and a prison. Violence of intense electoral group.
Hi guys, this is Channel Up, your most preferred channel where the podcast is not just trendy, but it is quite textured, talking about trending things in Nigeria, especially the ones disturbing we all. Now, today I'm unwrapping two events that Nigerians are whispering about, but barely they understand what really is happening. And both of these events may be hiding deeper truths in them. Now, let's begin with something that broke the internet just a few days ago, or yesterday rather, but not in the way we expected. Two-Face Idibia, aka Tubaba, versus Honorable Natasha Osawaru, and their wedding photos and wedding videos. Yes, you're shocked, right? You've probably seen them, yeah? The images, the video footages are everywhere. But here is what they didn't tell you. Those pictures, those videos, the wedding from yesterday or last week, or even last month, okay? The traditional marriage, according to insiders and media reports, took place way back in April 2025 in Benin City. And do you know where? At the residence of the Esama of Benin. So, why are the photos just surfacing right now, like yesterday, 4 months later? Why? And why hasn't Tubaba, of all people, one of the most widely recognized public figures in Africa and in Nigeria, especially in the music industry, why hasn't he said a single word about it? Okay, now without wasting much of your time and without much ado, I'm going to drop a very, very, very illustrative video of that wedding. You're going to enjoy the video, but watch it and then I'll give you more details after the break. Stay tuned.
Anytime my baby, now you this sweet my body. Oh, Anita, you fine past the morning sun. Your smile, they heal me when the days stay rough. From Lagos to Abuja, now you be my one. Angelo, they for you, no matter what will come. Baby, no go ever leave, no go ever run. Even if they thought them no fiscal house. You be my peace, you be my crown. Anita Clements, you shut it down. Anita Clements, you be my melody. Anytime I see you, girl, you they ginger me. No matter the wahala, you could deal with me. Anita, my baby, now you this sweet my body. Oh my Anita, you they bust my brain. Now your love, they make me they go insane. Forever and ever again, and you remain. Angelo and Anita, no be play, no be game. Anita Clement, you be my melody. Now you are gonna love till eternity. Anita, you fine past the morning sun. Your smile, they heal me when the days stay rough. From Lagos to Abuja, now you be my one. Angelo, they for you, no matter what will come. Baby, no go ever leave, no go ever run. Even if they talk, them no fiscal house. You be my peace, you be my crown. Anita Clements, you shut it down. Baby, no go ever leave, no go ever run. Even if they talk, they no fiscal house. You be my peace, you be my crown. Anita Clements, you shut it down. Anita Clements, you be my melody. Now you are gonna love till eternity. Anita Clements, you be my melody. Now you are gonna love till eternity. Anita Clements, you be my melody. Now you are.
Okay, welcome back. You just saw the video, right? It was clearly not a recent ceremony, yet it was made to feel fresh. A digital sleight of hand, if I can say. And let's not forget, Natasha Osawaru isn't just a bride. She's a sitting lawmaker. This is not just a romantic affair. Trust me, it is seeming like a political alignment. Okay, that is what I'm feeling. Okay, and here is my own take on this. Delaying the release of those videos and pictures was not an error. It was deliberate, calculated, and maybe a possible strategy. In a country like ours, where the lines between politics, love, and maybe public sentiment seem not to be very, very clear, nothing this quiet is ever innocent or looking like that. So let me ask you, if people can marry in silence and trend 4 months later, how many other things are we seeing too late in this country and reacting to after the script has already played out or after it has already happened in the background? That is the problem. Okay, if somebody as popular as Two-Face Idibia can get married 4 months ago and we're just hearing it now, there are things that are left unsaid. Now let's leave talks about wedding and talk about political war rooms. Okay, when I say political war rooms, political conundrums, political catastrophe. Another story broke this week. Well, something quiet but controversial. A man named Nasiru Bala walked into Abuja, stood behind a podium, and declared himself the authentic chairman of the new coalition, African Democratic Congress. Yes. Some of you are laughing because you know why I'm laughing. Now, let me break it down, okay? Just like that, he just came up and declared himself. Now, if you're blinking in confusion, just like me, don't worry, okay? So were many journalists too who were present in that press room. They were also confused, just like you and I. Let me not break the ice yet. I will drop the video of this controversial, strange man, this bizarre looking man. And then after the video, I will tell you what I think, and I will tell you the intricacies embedded in this video. More details after the break.
And a prison, violence of intense electoral rules. I, Honorable Nafi Ubala, I, bona members of the duly elected National Deputy Chairman of our great party, the African Democratic Congress ADC. I wish to draw the attention of the entire members of our great party and Nigerians as late to the ongoing act of the political hooligans being perpetrated by some individuals who were hired to interact with the leadership of our great party, African Democratic Congress ADC. In the history of democracy, all over the world, no party leader or any group of leaders have the power of arbitrarily transfer elected mandate to all political leaders or political authority to a non-member of who never belong to contestant for political office. The constitution of our great party has made adequate provision as laying down in many clauses, articulations that successions, guidelines, and how event vacant position shall be unconstitutional feelings. In the case of circumstances, and also in the further of my constitutional mandate as a duly elected deputy national chairman of our great party, now I assume my constitutional duty and responsibility as a national chairman of our great party, African Democratic Congress ADC today. Therefore, I am hereby calling on the esteemed Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to so urgently step in to take those recognitions.
All right, there it is. As calm as the video looks, what he did was far from ordinary. Okay, now here is what you need to understand. Just weeks ago, Senator David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola were unveiled by a different faction of the ADC as interim national chairman and secretary, respectively. That was during a coalition and its declaration at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center. We all watched it. We all seemed happy because it seemed like a coalition that would oust APC. But Nasiru Bala says that all this entire thing was illegal, unauthorized, and it was not in the ADC constitution. He insists that the party was hijacked and he has stepped in to restore law and order in the party. As what? I don't know. Now, this is not the first time Nigeria has seen such a drama. You're going to where I'm going to. Remember what happened to the Labour Party when one Lamidi Apapa rose from nowhere and claimed he was the real national chairman of the Labour Party, challenging Barrister Julius Abure and his authority. That chaos led to court cases, media confusion, and a serious identity crisis just before the general elections in 2023. Okay, remember he was backed up by people like Abayomi Arabambi, Anselm Eragbe, and some funny people in the faction of the Labour Party. Then that was very, very strange. Just like you're thinking that maybe opposition parties must have paid something for this confusion. So am I. So it was like a playbook, all right, and lots of implications embedded. Now the ADC is already struggling to define its identity among the big players that are into it. This power struggle may be the rock that breaks the whole structure before the 2027 general elections. Here is what I find deeply very troubling about this. Why is it becoming so easy in Nigeria for individuals to declare themselves leaders of political parties with no visible democratic processes behind it? I thought there were national working committees. So here is the question I want you to live with, all right? In as much as it sounds so controversial, it sounds so strange, I am happy that he sat in that press conference alone. That means he's just the person taking money from the payroll of the paymaster. If anyone with a podium and press mic can become a party chairman, then political parties are still built on members. Are they really built on members, or are they just hijacked by boldness? This is the question I want to ask you, because I believe that before a political party should make a leader emerge, there must have been meetings in the background. Okay, so does it mean that anybody can now take a mic, call a press conference, and say whatever they want to say? The political trend is becoming so chaotic. Thank you for tuning up the channel up. If you enjoy what we do here, why not like our videos, share them. Don't forget to drop comments and your reactions in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, come on, do so and tap the notification bell so that we'll be able to understand what you want and how you want it. All right. Thank you so much. My name is Angelo. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay watching. See you soon. Bye.